one of the big revolutions we're seeing right now in technology is to move past the current era of liking, searching, following. That's great. We do it to hear. We're doing a lot of time on those behaviors, and we've been trained to do them to be associated with media and brands that we love, and that works really well, and it's not going away. But there's something else we can do beyond that, which is to be more anticipatory and to have technology be more ambient. And that's what the voice devices came along and nailed out of the clear blue. You can't ask anyone and say that they saw the strength of these a year and a half ago where they are now. They just defied, and we see that once in a while. You know, the iPhone was another one of those. It's like, okay, that just went somewhere crazy. But anticipatory and ambient is what it's all about with these devices, so that I can do a little more of just being me and just being, and they hear and respond to what I want in a way that doesn't require even fishing out a phone and getting an app and all that nonsense.
As the voice assistant is in your home now, is this what, you know, somebody referred to, it might have been you, is this the infinite aisle? Is this the, you know, and what I mean by that is, many years ago, Procter & Gamble had a division that the acronym for it was FMOT. FMOT referred to the final moment of truth. And to Procter & Gamble for so long, the final moment of truth was when she was in the market or at the drugstore, she was making that choice of which product. Yeah. That's the final moment of truth.
Into the cart.
Right? And so now we have a whole different final moment of truth.
Yeah.
And from a marketer's perspective, that's the opportunity, but it's also a massive challenge.
It's a very different one, because we go from the infinite aisle. If you imagine the current world of shopping on the web, whether it's literally shopping and buying or whether it's shopping in the consideration sense, it's this infinite aisle. Everything's available to some degree at all times from all merchants in all shipping methods on all devices you want to get to it on. That's what we've done with commerce, and it's been amazing. But now, on a voice device, it's a little bit more like threading a needle. Because if I'm going to say to that device, if it's going to pay off, it's going to be a simple exchange I have with it. Not a convoluted thing like, you know, hey Echo, list the top 5 rated types of toothpaste and describe them to me. That doesn't make any sense. Amazon,
unless you're a consultant.
Right, Alexa, right, exactly. then you take notes and you love it. Exactly. But I want to say, Alexa, I need more toothpaste. So what's Alexa going to do with that? Now you have to have a relationship on the back end with Amazon's data about me, so that you know what I bought in the past, if I'm a Prime member, what's ready to go Prime, what's in fulfillment centers near me at the best price and highest ratings. That's what they call Amazon's Choice, the label you see now on Amazon. That's been primed and teed up to be a preference platform, among other things, to be a preference platform for voice requests that are not terribly specific. So you've got to position your brand very differently now to be the one that Amazon puts in the cart instead of me putting it in the cart.
I've had a dozen clients in the last 18 months say, can you get us a meeting with Netflix? And the answer is no. Well, Michael, you mean you don't know them? I said, no, I know them. They're just never going to take a meeting with an advertiser. So there's $700 billion of money knocking on the door of somebody, and they're saying, sorry, they're not even listening. Yeah. And their market cap is not suffered as a result of not dealing with advertising. You know, it's just such an interesting conundrum. Yeah. I'm curious what you see, and you've gotten into that business with All Access and other things at the corporate level at CBS. Is that your answer to it? I mean, again, it's not your answer per se, but is that a CBS answer to it?
Yeah, I mean, our example has been where we have variations on a theme depending on how you want to get All Access, for example. So consumers will not necessarily rebel against ads. This is a very important concept. We always hear this idea from consumers, well, we think we hear it, that the ad is the enemy. The ad is not the enemy. The ad is content. The schedule is the enemy. The consumer, through the 1950s all the way through almost present day, has been hit with a dumb schedule, where they're seeing the same message, or it's an off-topic message, or it's a repeated message, or it's a non-varying message over and over again. If you hit someone over the head with a hammer enough time, they're going to get a headache. And they say, enough. Now, if you have content that is much more spare, is not an enormous interruption, is on target, and we're still working to get addressable TV really right in the broad picture, but I think we're close to cracking that. And to also say the rotation is going to be intelligent because we know so much more about you. C, connected car, home, wearables, and everything else we know about you. Then suddenly I think the consumer will have a different generational relationship with ads and say, that's just content. I can't go through the world and really be aware of things if I don't know about products. Products are part of life. Products are what everyone else is talking about. Products fill our streets. I want to know about them. I like the concept that the future of luxury is time, because that brings most brands into the tent of luxury, of the luxury business. Not luxury goods, but in the luxury business. Because again, just like everyone in this room, I can get all your attention with health and wellness. 100% buy-in. I can do the same thing with time. No one in this room wants to waste their time or have less of it available to them to their own direction, to use it as they wish. That's the definition of having time, right? This idea that anyone from a luxury car can give you time back by becoming an autonomous living room also applies to the cheapest car on the market. Suddenly you've democratized the idea of luxury in the automotive industry. If you give me time back, I don't care if it's a Hyundai or a Mercedes. I got my time back. The same thing can go for one of these voice platforms. They're giving me some time back. That's a luxury. The same thing can go for the smart brand that's just done a good job of mobile app and mobile web that look the same. So no matter which one I stumble into, I know that the gas pedal's on the right.